Hell yeah. It's Sunday. Um, I lost my vape pen last night, but other than that, good night. And that vape pen was mostly done anyway. And this one is a better one. That one was starting to stick. That's what I noticed is like for cheap vapes, they get me high. Like, fuck yeah. The only thing is they stick quicker or they leak. Um, I've been really into disposable vapes. I fucking hate the environment. And I mean, like, I'm just a huge fan of like as much plastic and paper as I can use. And as soon as like I was told that I didn't have to carry around 9 pieces for this stupid fancy vape, because I have one of the ones that's not just a screw-in one, because those burn out on all my chargers, but one of the ones where it has like 13 pieces, because I guess someone vapes vaping regular bud is so fucking weird. My brother used to have this thing. I'm also lying. I love the environment. I don't necessarily want to go like camping or hiking, but I do love the environment. But I like the disposable vapes a lot because it's less for me to keep track of. And as someone with like basically self-diagnosed ADD, I could use any help with keeping track of things. I just don't want to believe autism is my only problem because I'm like dumb autistic. Like I'm not good at shit and I'm very emotional. But definitely autistic, self-diagnosed ADD. All I gotta say is I don't concentrate, and dudes, I don't concentrate. All right. I can't see anymore. Again, I post these on YouTube, but there is no really easy way to find it. Again, Instagram, if you, it's so funny how things spy, but like you would think if they really spied on us, shit would actually get better. Like our, like technology would be better. Instead of just getting like 33 ads for fucking ketchup, because I mentioned ketchup one time, I would really love for Instagram to fix the feature they made, which is that you could post a URL, and instead of having the whole ass URL, it just has the title. They even have a space for your title. So Instagram has this feature, but when you like set it up, do you think it shows the title? No, it just shows the whole ass URL. And I'm sorry, there's already too much in my bio, more than I want. Oh, that is the bio on Instagram. That's because like all the bios here in the verbal autobiography. I think we're like on episode 13. How lucky. Yesterday was Miss Vince's. Very, very fun. Vince's has so many rooms. Go to Vince's for food. Go to Vince's on Friday for comedy. Go to Vince's for their shows. Eat their foods, drink their drinks. Vince's is a whole ass restaurant. I'll admit, I haven't been many places in West Sac except for 3. And 2 of those 3 are now closed down. So last one, Vince's, best place I've ever eaten in West Sac. And honestly, I didn't even actually compare the other 2. When it comes to performing comedy, I never did comedy at the other 2 places. They were just like after work spots. Clearly Vince's was the best because it lasted. That's through COVID. All right, so we're doing a verbal autobiography, but I should do a round like table thing for today. So I already messed up a bit, in that if I had woken up early enough, I would have gone to Santa Rosa and done the barrel proof mic, which is at 2 p.m. But I have like a certain amount of chores that I always do on Sunday because I don't know. I guess I'll just self-diagnose OCD right now. I'm not necessarily OCD, but I get these really dark forebodings that if I don't do certain things, bad shit's gonna happen. And someone told me that's OCD. Although, like, I don't need to touch a fucking doorknob. And I'm like, I'll eat shit off the ground. Germs. I like, I have no problem with those. So I slept in like 2 hours later, but then I'm still doing all my regular chores, so I am not able to make it to I wasn't able to make it to that one, finish all my chores, and also get the correct amount of sleep. So I didn't push myself to wake up early. When I could tell that my body wanted more sleep, I was like, it's not even a choice. I will just turn off my alarm. Like, I have these vibrant dreams, and I like half wake up from them, and then I just turn off my alarm and go back to dreaming. that's kind of what happened for 2 hours this morning. So I do miss barrel proof. I'm actually bummed out. I am bummed out, but at the same time, I'm not going to beat myself up because it's just fucking me. And I don't want to be in a self-abusive relationship. I want this shit healthy so that I can have, like, healthier relationships with other people. All right. Tomorrow is Monday, and I get off of work early tomorrow, unusually so. And so I am actually thinking of checking out Fresno's Strummer's mic. And I really like the Fresno Comedy Scene. And I want to go back. I've only been on Sundays, actually bringing me to today. I'm still going to the North Bay for Hot Monk, which is one of my favorite mics since my, like, first ever. This is my third summer doing comedy in my second year. I started comedy in March 2022. And the first time I went to Barrel Proof, I think it was either June or July 2022. It's only once a month. Seriously, like, one of my favorite mics. And now that Alameda's closing, it's going to be my only red, like, curtain fix. And that makes me so sad. Oh, man. Well, thank you, Alameda, so much. Another place that'll always be close to my heart. Damn it. I appreciate comedy for teaching me, like, the more wonderful things in your life. I guess this sounds so bad to say, but, you know, the more wonderful things that you'll run a good chance, like, you know, might lose. It's not like a bad thing, but there's so many places that I would go, like, all the time for comedy, and they not, like, no more. Like, it's just, they're not anymore. Like, from almost every single week to not at all. But just because a place closes doesn't mean it takes away the good memories, times, or growth done there. It doesn't take away, like, the relationships and people met there. Yeah. The older I get, the progressively more just so nostalgic I'm going to be. I'm going to be the most nostalgic fucking old lady. But I'm also going to be hella cute and wild. I am living a long time, I've decided. Or I'll kill myself, we'll see. But if I don't, I'm going to live a long ass time. God does a lot with old cunts. Alright. I think Jesus' cousin was, like, born of an old cunt. Well, as long as I'm here, I've got a purpose. However, I do still have depression. I like to say I would never kill myself, but we all know that it's hard to say such big statements. There's still reasons I'm not eager to learn to shoot a gun. Because there's crazy parts in my mind, but I work on them. And maybe we'll figure out why in this autobiography, verbally. But I have a therapist too. You know what? Sometimes I think there's just some people that like to talk. I like to talk on stage. I like to talk to my therapist. I like to talk alone. Camera, no camera. Oh, I've been watching this show today, though. Yellow Jackets on Showtime. Oh, fucking fire. I'm just starting the 3rd episode. Yeah, that shit mad dope. Hella dope. Alright. So, would I rather have plants or pets? I am definitely a pet girl. You can't see her over there. She's like in a field of blankies, but I have a Chihuahua nest going for, I'm a little turd dog. She's a cutie. She is. She's my parents' dog, but she's not my sister. She's my dog. I just can't take care of her. Not alone. Pets are a really important part of life. It reminds me of my friend Amber, Candid Comedians. Her cat is sick. So if you are a prayer sort or a good vibe sort, you should send some out to that cat. I do believe the universe will, I don't know, come through a lot of the times when a lot of people are asking for something. Oh, man. Asking questions or answering questions? You would think that, like, because I like to talk a lot, so I definitely, like, answering questions would be one. But I could be the kind of person that almost gets defensive sometimes, like, even when there's no reason to be when someone asks questions. I guess coming from, like, the helicopter mom generation of, like, oh, man, moms always be trying to ask questions. I have been, people have said I talk too much, and then also that I ask too many questions. A lot of the reason I'll ask questions is, like, because I'm interested in someone. Like, I want to ask more questions. I fucking hate myself because I'll ask questions and then I'll talk over the goddamn answers. I don't know. Like, I swear to God, if I get kidnapped and my tongue gets cut out and then I get spit back into the world, I probably won't be worse off. I am lying. Don't ever fucking do that. Don't ever fucking kidnap me. Don't take me anywhere I don't want to go. But I do get really frustrated with myself about talking too much. However, I also get really frustrated about myself for eating and for sleeping and for, like, having needs and emotions. So I don't know if it's really something. Maybe it's just not about me talking too much. It's the fact that I don't hear the answers. I'll later think, I'll remember asking someone that question and I don't remember what they answered because I fucking suck at listening. Oh God, I need to get better at listening so bad. I should ask my therapist for tips on how to get better about listening. It frustrates me so much. I guess at the heart of everything is probably one of the least favorite things about myself. Like the most, other than everything that's probably even a little more superficial, is the fact that I just feel like the people in my life do deserve to be listened to more, and I don't know how to get better at it. I just get so fucking excited. And I think I listen, but man, it's really something. Well, at least I have a long ass life to work on it. So I like questions. Also, like, I'm not a fan of dating apps because I always feel like I'm all the personality on them because I'm like the one asking questions, but also I just get lazy with those. I'll answer questions. Lakes or rivers? Ooh, that's like a good question. A lake, they're both equally easy to drown in, but you got like the current with the river. I feel like rivers usually tend to get like the alligators and shit. Alright. So we've got whole milk or skim milk, almond milk. I do almond milk. I mean, if it's like, if I'm just gonna get ice cream, I'm just gonna get fucking ice cream. But I made myself lactose intolerant. And I'm slowly adapting back through yogurt. Staying up late or sleeping in? Oh, bro, both. How can you have one without the other? How the fuck can you stay up late and not sleep in? That's gross. I love late nights and long mornings. I love waking up and having a while before, like, I go out and do stuff. But I do like staying up late if I'm out doing stuff. If I come back home, I'm just gonna go to bed. Nothing good ever happens for me like staying up late alone at home. That's when I send my worst fucking text messages. That's when that's when it's like any amount that I drink is probably alcoholic. Like it is. That is like, yeah, I'm best at night if I am home alone to just go to bed early. But I like to go out and do comedy, and when I have the energy, I should go out and do a lot of comedy, which you could do tonight, because we have a triple mic run for Saturday, or for Sundays now in Sacramento. 3 mics on Sundays. You have Cinders, Danny D's mic, and then Tess Tickles has a new mic. I would say follow her funny, follow my funny on Instagram. Just, I forget the name of it. But the way it works out is that, like, you really, and the host, at least with Danny and Tess, intend to work it out so that people can hit both mics. You could end at touch a class. where you want to bring your best. But today for me, I'm going elsewhere. However, next Sunday I will be trying that triple mic run unless something does come up. But as of right now, I can't imagine what that would be. So that's what I'll be doing. I came from lakes and rivers. Or no, milk. Nope, staying up, sleeping in. Lectures or debates? Debates. Absolutely debates. Lectures are... I guess semantics, a better word maybe would be teachings, I think. But I think that too often what should be teachings just devolves into lectures, and lectures teach nothing. Magic show or stand-up comedy? Well, stand-up comedy. Although it would be sick. It would be sick to be magical. Oh, it'll be hella sick. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. That magical school that they sent all the British kids to seemed like it had a lot of liability issues. Pants or shorts? It depends on the weather. But I like things of all different lengths. I like short shorts. I cut a lot of my pants because I have had a lot of pants. I've been able to wear the same pants, some of them for like a while. I mean, with effort, I've had like the same diet for years too. Same bad habits for years. Quality or quantity? Quality. I actually posted about this. It's gone now the other day about substance over form. Although I got that from a book, and my own interpretation would add on to it. Sometimes it's like, yeah, how things look on paper, not how they actually make you feel. So like accepting, I don't know. I have a hard time saying any person is wrong except for myself. But that I'm working on it for myself because it would be the same reason would apply to me. I do believe in a God. I believe God created everyone the way God wanted them. If like there's a problem with someone, you got to take it up with God, like almost before them. Talk to God first and figure out how to talk to them about it because likely there might be something with you. It is not productive to just blame shit. So I blame myself, which is also, I'm now finding really unproductive. I thought it was like the right way to do things is just to blame everything on you. That is like my biggest problem with God. Is I'm like, ooh, dude. Like, I would have done way different. Way different. Would not be this shit. Alright, be rich or be famous. Be rich. Why would be famous? There's nothing good about being like not anything good, but there's a great sacrifice and fame. Like that scrutiny, I just like the lack of privacy. I don't know. I guess there are benefits to it. I've never been rich or famous. I don't know. I guess it's hard to say. East Coast or West Coast? I'm definitely West Coast. I love the West Coast shit. I've never gone, so I've been to the full East Coast several times, and I do say, for everything unrelated to comedy, I fucking love the West Coast. I was born here. It's nothing against the East Coast. It's just that I was born into the West Coast vibes, and I vibe the West Coast vibes. I have been to New York 3 or 4 times, not like never for comedy. And I hear it's just like amazing for comedy. So I just fucking love LA. And I love like, I don't know, everywhere in California. I like what I've seen of Oregon, and I think I would like Washington. Nevada, fucking hella dope, and I can't wait to someday go to Vegas. All right, eating too much or eating too little? What a mean question. Like, eating too little, duh. Is there any person who chooses eating too much over eating too little? Like, the only reason we do that is because you're starving by not your choice. Oh man, fuck. The only people who don't want to starve themselves to some degree are people who have to starve them, or like starved by not choice. Everyone, to some degree, has to have some eating thing. There's no way you can't. This society is so fucking weird. In the very least, like, your healthiest like person is like someone who mostly, I don't know, just intuitively eats, but they are still in the very least worried about high cholesterol, and like, so they just eat. There's something. There's gotta be, yeah. Hey, if you go through all your life without an eating thing, they're gonna catch you later. Work in a team or work alone? It depends on my team. It depends on the project. Vegan diet or low carb diet? Like, intermittent fasting, again, this is a bad book. Ballet or opera? Neither. Poetry or prose? They're the same thing. That's semantics. PC or Mac? Those are the same thing. They're both computers. Phone calls or text messages? Text messages. There. But if I am grumpy, it's at myself for sleeping too much. I'm looking for something. I lost 2 things last night. They both might be in my car, so I'm going to go and check. I'll smoke before I go. While I smoke, I'm going to think about actors I like, or,